Hey lovelies. I just wanted to pop in and share a quick message before I start your reading. All readings on my channel are geared towards women of all ages. My channel is dedicated to the divine feminine, from young women to middle-aged women to the well-seasoned goddess, okay? But I feel like whenever you typically see a pick a card reading about glow-ups, it tends to have a vibe that you can just tell that it's meant for a much younger audience or more much younger women, and that's fine. That is fine. But I wanted to specifically address our middle-aged and more mature women because I feel like those age groups tend to get left out of we're just left out with topics like these, okay? It's almost like there's a sense of like, oh well, you guys are past your prime, you know what I mean? Like you guys are washed up, you guys are done. And absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ain't no way. So yeah, I just wanted to do a reading specifically for my middle-aged and up women, okay? Another thing I wanted to say is that anytime you do something with beauty on the internet, there's always people who kind of like to push against it as if though beauty is wrong. And I don't feel that way. I feel like it's only when people try to overdo it and then beauty becomes distorted and they start reaching for things that are harmful. And that's where I draw the line. But beauty is important. Physical beauty is important. And just try to imagine a world without beauty, right? Even nature doesn't hold back on her beauty, and neither should we. Okay, and I feel like in having daily beauty rituals and daily beauty routines and taking care of our bodies and adorning ourselves, in doing that we honor ourselves, and we also honor our divinity. When we do these things, we also honor those or our ancestors of our bloodline who couldn't honor themselves, couldn't honor their beauty. Many of our ancestors, suffered. They weren't allowed to adorn themselves beautifully. They never got the chance to adorn their hair beautifully. They never got the chance to sit down at a vanity and do their hair and beautify themselves. They never got the chance to do that, and they were making life easier and beautiful for others, but they never got the chance to have that for themselves. And I feel like what a shame for us to be in this world today and scoffing at beauty and feeling like it's okay for us to leave the house any old kind of way. We shouldn't really be focusing on glowing up and leveling up and wearing makeup and doing this with our hair and lashes and all this kind of stuff. I feel like play as much as you want. You know what I mean? Play and enjoy beauty and enjoy life and enjoy being beautiful. Okay? I just felt like I needed to come in and say that, because I feel like beauty sometimes gets a bad rap. It's looked at as superficial and not important and frivolous, and it is not. Beauty is sacred. Hi Group 1. So let's go ahead and we're just going to dive right into your reading, okay? If you hear like a sound in the background, that is my fan. It is hot in this room. It is currently 12:04 in the afternoon when I'm filming this, and it is 97 degrees outside, and it's going up to 103. So, and there's no air conditioning in this room that I'm in. I apologize for the sound of the fan, but just bear with me, okay? All right, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the physical changes that I see happening with you for your glow up, and then we're going to dive into a deeper part of your glow up, like a more abstract, more intangible, just a deeper level within your glow up, okay? So let's get started with the physical that I see. So for some of you, I'm getting, oh, actually, let me show you your cards that you got. Sorry about that. Okay, so for your foundation card, you have Oshun's Tears, and it says grief, loss, heartbreak. And it's card number 27. Don't panic, just bear with me, okay? All right. And then for your tarot, you have the 10 of Wands, the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Son of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, and then you got an extra card that came out. You have the God of Wands, which is the King of Wands, and then this hidden card that came out, I am going to wait until later to reveal that to you, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into your reading. So for the physical stuff that I see happening with your glow up, right? First thing first, I see a change in your hair. Group 1. There's a change in your hair. I'm getting that some of you may be used to wearing wigs, or maybe like doing sew-ins or something like that. For some of you, I'm getting that you will be exploring different wigs if that's something you were not into before. And then others of you, I'm seeing that you are wanting to move away from the wigs or like hair extensions. I'm seeing that some of you may feel a little burdened by it and you want to actually come out of it. Maybe just let your own hair breathe and flourish. Like maybe you want to get into like a hair care routine that actually brings out the beauty of your own hair. But either way, I see that if you are exploring wigs or added hair to your repertoire, I'm seeing that you're really going to be going for something that looks really good on you. And if you're going towards more of a natural journey with your hair, I'm seeing that your hair is going to flourish. I see growth in your hair, and I see more volume in your hair. Okay, so some of you may be taking like supplements, or like you really just deep diving into like hair, skin, and nails, that kind of thing. But it's definitely going to be working for you. So that's something that I feel some of you are exploring. You may be researching it and seeing what you need, because I feel like some of you may have had underlying issues with your hair, and so maybe you felt like covering it was the best option for you at the time. But I'm seeing that some of you are actually going to really start looking into your hair and seeing like maybe what's causing something, getting to like the root of it, and then starting to pour love into your crown. I'm seeing that some of you also, in terms of hair, may start exploring like a different color or some kind of like highlight or something like that. And if not, that may look really nice on some of you. It may go with your skin tone really nicely. Some of you are just going for a deeper, darker color, and that will really make your face pop. Okay. For some of you, if you have never really explored like a side part, that may be something that you want to try out. I'm seeing that that may frame your face really well, and maybe even like something with layers, like getting layers in your hair. For some of you, this will really add to the volume and just give your hair more character. I feel like some of you are exploring makeup as well. I see two groups. I see some who already wear makeup, but you want to move towards more of a natural look. Like you may still wear makeup, but your application may change. Like how you apply it may change. Like you may move into more lighter makeup. And then others of you, I feel like you probably usually go natural and don't wear any makeup at all. But I see some of you exploring that. I feel like some of you are going to have a bit of a learning curve with the makeup. If you're not used to wearing makeup but you're looking into it, there may be a little bit of a learning curve with it. So just be careful not to, less is more for those of you who are new to makeup, okay? I also want to say, make sure you blend very well. Blending is very important when coming to makeup. The reason why I say that is I'm looking right here, and to me it looks like she has an area right here that is not blended, like some kind of highlight or contour or something that's not blended all the way. I don't know, that just stood out to me. So, but you know, I feel like you're gonna have fun with it, and as time goes on, you will get the hang of it and find what fits your look and your face perfectly. Even the nails, I feel as well too. Some of you will be looking more into like keeping your hands manicured. Yes. I'm getting that some of you are exploring like your brows, if that's not something you were into, just to help shape and define, like give your face shape, help to sculpt the overall look. So even when there are times when you can't really do your makeup and maybe like you just have to head out, your face still looks like put together. Your eyebrows and lashes, I feel like some of you are going to be getting more into that, and that will help your overall look to look more polished when you leave the house. That's what I'm seeing here. Some of you have really nice lips. Some of you have really nice lips, and I think you need to play that up more. Okay, in terms of like your clothing, fashion, I'm seeing some of you lean more towards like tailored pieces, or even if you buy pieces, you know, at a store, you're going to be getting them tailored to suit you properly, like to fit you properly. So getting like someone who you can go to regularly to get your clothing tailored, like just getting like maybe the waist taken in, or getting things hemmed properly, just so that they fit you better. Even I'm seeing like your bras, getting them fitted, getting the proper fitting for your bras and your underwear. I'm seeing that some of you, for the tailored pieces, I'm also seeing some of you lean more towards like indie brands, like maybe brands that are on like maybe Instagram or something like that. Like you see nice tailored pieces from those brands and trying out outfits that like stand out more. Okay, outfits that you won't typically see on people. So like if you go somewhere, there will be no one else there with that outfit on, or any piece of it like similar to yours, because it's a piece or brand that's not like, doesn't do fast fashion, right? Some of you will be going for more bold jewelry, and then I see another group where some of you will be reaching for more like dainty pieces. Yeah, some of you will be wearing like more statement jewelry, and then others will be wanting to like keep it more toned down, more elegant, and use smaller pieces, smaller, more dainty pieces. Some of you are also wanting to wear more flowy pieces, like more flowy, feminine, soft, like lighter textured clothing, things that are more sheer, more lightweight, flowy, and feminine. I feel like this will fall on your body nicely and contour your body nicely. In terms of physical, I feel like some of you are going to be, if you're not already, doing some kind of like purification or like detox or something like that. Like purging, maybe a lot of sweating. Maybe some of you are working out, going to start working out. You're going to be doing a lot of sweating. I'm just seeing like a lot of like purging and cleansing of your physical body. A lot of releasing things, just purifying. So maybe some of you are cleaning up your diet, drinking more water, sweating things out, or maybe like going on some kind of a cleanse or something like that. I'm seeing that when you do that, your skin is going to look amazing. Your skin is going to look amazing. It's going to look more dewy, more fresh. You're going to look more vibrant. Your skin's going to look more awake. Yeah, I'm really getting that some of you probably need to do a cleanse or a detox. Like there's old stuff that needs to be released, needs to come out. Like it doesn't serve your body. It's like dead material is what I'm getting. Like waste. You see the vulture in the background here? That's what I'm getting from that. Like there needs to be a cleansing of some sort, a purging of some sort. Now, not to the extreme. I'm not talking about excess and to the extreme, okay? I'm not talking about where you're getting into like disorders and all of that. Please, moderation with everything, okay? Okay. So I'm also seeing that some of you may benefit from some form of fitness, exercise, it's like weightlifting, even doing something like on an incline. I'm getting that because you have the Ten of Wands here, and the Ten of Wands is like a heavy, like carrying a heavy load. In the typical Rider-Waite depiction, there's a man going uphill holding 10 wands. It's supposed to signify like a little bit of some struggle, but in terms of this, I'm getting that some of you may want to do some type of fitness that includes weightlifting, just lifting something heavy, even if it's your own body weight. I'm not saying that you have to necessarily like use weights or anything like that, especially if you're just starting out. You may just want to use your own strength and then build up towards like using weights or something like that. Even if you don't have a gym membership, like you can do this in your house, just, you know, push-ups, that kind of thing, squats, holding like gallon water bottles, or even if you want to get like some handheld weights. If you have stairs in your home, climbing your stairs, going up and down your stairs, just be very careful, obviously. I wouldn't recommend going up your stairs with like weights in your hand. I would say use ankle weights or like wrist weights or something like that while you're doing that. That way your hands are free, you know, to like hold on to the wall or the railing or something like that. But just something where, you know, you're exerting a little bit of effort, forced to like get your muscles activated and get your blood moving. I'm seeing that this will tone you out really nicely. Your arms are going to look great, because I'm looking at her arms, and her arms look, this is, hold on one second, this is like really getting on my nerves. It's my notes that I wrote down for you guys. But her arms look really good. Like you can see her biceps is like, it looks really nice. I feel like this will also help to tone and develop your chest area. Yeah. Some of you, I feel like your waistline is going to kind of slim down a bit too. I'm getting that because here her waistline looks really good, and so does hers. If you look at her waistline, snatched. Now listen, I'm not telling anyone to go and do any cosmetic surgery or anything like that. That is up to you. If you want to make that a part of your glow up journey, it's completely your decision. I am not here to tell anyone to do that. Some of you may want to try to go about it naturally, but for those of you who decide that you want to go that route, the cosmetic route, that is completely your choice. It is the year 2026. You know the pros and cons of that. You know the risks of all of that. I would just say do your research, make sure you really look into that before you do it, okay? But yeah, I am seeing that for a lot of you, your waistline is gonna slim down, and I'm also seeing for some of you that your glutes, like you're really gonna tone up. Listen, you're gonna look good from the front and the back, okay? That's all I'm saying. You're gonna look good from the front and the back. I feel like, when you start your fitness routine, it's going to tone your body and accentuate your natural shape. You may even have a shape under there that you don't even know that you have, because you've never had it before. Like you just didn't know it was under there. You didn't know it was possible. But remember, the habits that you're about to take on, the routines that you're about to take on, you most likely have never taken them on to such a full extent before, so you never knew what was possible for you in terms of your physical appearance. So now that you're going to take this deep dive into a glow up journey and start to do things that you've never really done, especially consistently before, you're going to start to see that you're more gorgeous than you probably thought you were. But yeah, I'm seeing like nice curves, shape, lower half, the upper half too. Nice little booty, you know. Feel like you're going to be looking really good. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm getting that some of you may want to change your diet. This is giving me carbs. This is a 10 of wands, and these are wands in her basket, but I'm getting breadsticks. It's making me think of breadsticks. So, and this is a card of like burden. Some of you may be cutting out like excess carbs and really like cleaning up your diet. I'm also seeing that some of you may need to get more greens, more green food, more green juices, that kind of thing into your diet, more live foods and less processed foods, more fresh foods. I'm also seeing that some of you who have been depleted, like maybe your minerals, your vitamins, that kind of thing. If you are depleted or have been depleted, I'm seeing your body restore and replenish from that. So the things that you implement, even if you like change your diet or you start to bring in like supplements and that kind of thing, seeing your minerals and, you know, I'm seeing your blood work be better, your minerals go up, like your body holding on to those nutrients more and strengthening from the inside. So if anyone was depleted in like iron or any kind of minerals, I'm seeing you start to build that back up. And I'm also seeing your hair starting to flourish from that. I'm seeing that some of you may need to go outside more. You may need more vitamin D, but you need to go outdoors and be in nature a bit more. So if it's the summertime, at the time that you're viewing this video, try to see how much you can get outside before the summer ends and get the sunshine on your skin. If you're watching this during a colder month, just start to prepare for that. Start to prepare for when the weather gets warmer and make it an effort to go outdoors. And if you're lacking vitamin D, maybe look into a supplement, a vitamin D supplement, like vitamin D3 with K2. I think is really good. But you know your health, you know your health concerns. You talk to your doctor and, you know, go from there and do whatever research you need to do. But yeah, I see your body. I see you replenishing minerals, vitamins, your blood. I see it being replenished. Okay. Also, I'm seeing for some of you that you're going to be looking more vibrant, more fresh, even more youthful. Like you're going to start to appear just a bit younger than maybe what you currently look like, because it can't be helped really. Like if you start implementing all of these things, yes, you're going to have a vitality to you, and your skin it's going to show through your skin and your hair and your body changing it. So yes, you're going to look, I'm seeing that you're going to look more youthful. Some of you may want to do a kind of like a feminine cleanse, or maybe like tend to your feminine areas. So I'm getting like maybe strengthening your pelvic floor, like doing Kegels or something. Or even if you're like into like the yoni practice, yoni exercise, like doing that. I'm seeing some of you may want to do that. Strengthening your pelvic floor. Yeah. I'm seeing some of you getting into that and like really turning things around in terms of your hormones, your sexual energy. Like I feel like taking the time to strengthen that part of your body and nourish that part of your body, and maybe even cleanse that part of your body will do you some good. I'm seeing maybe your sex drive return or like go up. Yes, absolutely. Pum pum ton up. Good nanny. Because I see you attracting more. Like I see your sexuality like I'm seeing that turn on, and then I'm seeing you attract. And I'm seeing you attracting specifically men of, like, who are younger and older. Because I'm getting it with this. Like, this is a younger male. I want to say, if I was to give an age frame, I would say anywhere in between like the late 20s, 30s. Yeah. But I feel like you're going to be attracting suitors. I feel like some of these men that you'll be attracting, some of them will lead with their money to impress you, because I feel like you're going to be giving off this energy of like high value. Just I feel like you're just going to be looking so good and just giving off such a great aura that your attraction is going to be very strong. Your magnetism is going to be very strong, and the bees are going to be buzzing around you. Okay, the men's from all ages, and I feel like a lot of them are going to want to impress you, and they're going to lead with like their finances or like what they can do for you. Some of them I'm also seeing too that some of them just want to have sex, if I'm being honest. Like this guy here is just giving me the way he's sitting with his legs all open like that, and then he has an orange drape on, and to me the orange is like the sacral chakra, which is like your sexual center, and he's just open. Like, look how he's just open. Okay, some of these guys are going to come off cocky. Some of them, I feel like some that you attract are going to be kind of like boss type energies, very, very confident, very boss like energy. But obviously it's completely up to you for you to choose, you know. But just be mindful that some of them might be a little on the thirsty side, or just, you know, want to like really engage in that with you. Okay, your journey is going to be slow and steady, because that's what this is. Slow and steady, but consistent. Slow, steady, consistent, and don't give up on yourself. You have to keep moving, or else you're not going to see this. You're not going to get the results that you want. You have to stay on track, okay? And then you'll see the physical changes start to happen. A lot of these changes, it takes a few months at the very least to see changes, and then if you're going for a long-term deep glow up, it's going to take a couple years for some, okay, in order to see like that really like dramatic change in your appearance. But you got to keep loving on yourself each day. Create a routine. That's what this is too, a routine, a steady, consistent routine. That's where your value is. That holds a lot of value for you. Just stay steady. And it's going to feel like hard work, but you keep going. I kind of see that, yeah, some of you are going to be like balancing out your hormones. And if that's not something you're working on, I'm seeing that that's something that needs to be worked on, is balancing out your hormones. Okay. All right, so now I think what we're going to do is go into the deeper underlying message of your reading, okay? Because I think that's all I'm getting for the physical. Group 1, you know, I feel like I really just want to give you a really big hug. I do. I feel like you need it. And I feel like you have gone through a lot, or you are currently going through a lot. I feel like some of you may have a lot on your plate. I feel like a lot of you may feel maybe just down, possibly about your life, or feeling like you want to give up, feeling like there's no point, feeling like time has run out, or just feeling like, what's the point? It's useless. Or maybe even feeling like you're doubting yourself, like, is this even possible for you? I feel like some of you may also, like, just in your everyday life, you just may have a lot on your plate, and you may be feeling like, well, I have this, and this to think about and to worry about. I don't have the room to go on a glow up journey, or, you know, things like that. I feel like you may have some things in your atmosphere that take your attention, that you have to focus on, and you may be feeling like it's a tug of war, and like these things pull you from being able to really take care of your own needs, your own self. Okay? But I feel like you need a big hug. I'm here to give you a virtual big hug, and I want to tell you, Group 1, please dry your tears, because when I was shuffling your cards, right, I know I do this off camera, and I do it to save time in your reading, but when I was shuffling, there was a card that kind of like stood out to me. It didn't come out obviously, but it was the Mercy card, and I saw it for a brief second, and I did get a feeling, but it wasn't one of the cards that showed up on the table. And when I saw it, I kind of got like a little spot of information in my mind, like some of you feel like you're out of time, or like your time's up or whatever, or like this isn't something that's achievable for you or possible for you in the way that maybe you see it in your mind, like the way you really want it. But there's something in the universe or within spirit that is saying there is mercy upon you and your life, and what you think is over is not, and that there's still time, that you are being given grace to really manifest the things that you desire. This journey, this glow up journey, is a journey of you taking your power back. And I feel, Group 1, if you don't take the heat, if you don't take the message, if you don't get started, I feel like you will end up with grief, loss, heartbreak, and a feeling of regret. I feel like in years to come, this will be something that you regret. But I feel like there is time. I feel like you still have time to turn this around, okay? And the grief, loss, heartbreak, for some of you, maybe for a small portion of you, maybe you did lose someone. Maybe you lost someone, and when you lost that person, you just kind of like spiraled. Maybe you know, your emotions, you just kind of went into kind of like a bit of an abyss, okay, for some of you. But for the rest of you, I feel like this is grief, loss, and heartbreak of possibly feeling like you've lost your youth, and grieving your youth, grieving your younger years, grieving when you thought you looked better, and that is causing heartbreak within you. Okay. But I'm telling you, Group 1, please do your best to come up out of that, because that is not what this reading is saying. This reading, what I see is that you are still in the game. There is still time for you to create this. I feel like some of you hide yourselves away, you hold yourselves back, and you have been for quite some time sabotaging yourself. You have been engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors, and you've been doing this consistently, possibly for years. You hold yourself back, you make excuses for yourself, and you hold yourself back, and that is sabotaging your life. That is sabotaging what you have the potential to create and the type of life that you could possibly be living. Because on the bottom of the deck, Group 1, you have the 8 of Swords, and this is someone mentally holding themselves back. And they're not even really held back, but they're perceiving themselves that way. And then on the bottom of that, right underneath it, you have the 7 of Swords, and this is like sabotage behavior. Okay? I just feel like some of you may just have a lot going on, like have a lot on your plate, and you kind of feel like maybe there's always something popping up, there's always something coming at you, there's always these other things that you have to tend to, these other things that you have to do, and these things feel burdensome, and like you feel like you can't tend to your own life the way you would really, really like to. But maybe with the King of Wands here, maybe it is time for you to start delegating some of those tasks that you feel like you have to other people. Or maybe you can find other ways to do certain things, like maybe try to look up and see if there are apps that you can download to kind of take the mental load off of you for certain things, in like terms of keeping certain things organized and paying certain bills and stuff like that. Are there any apps that you can use that can take that burden off of you and help you do that? Are there people around you in your household, in your environment, that you can delegate some of your daily tasks to? Are you trying to do everything? Are you making yourself a workhorse and a mule while other people don't have as much to do, but they're all benefiting from the labor that you put in? Like, what's really going on here? Are you taking it upon yourself to be a busybody and, you know, try to help this one and that when nobody asked you to do that? Are you volunteering to do these things? And it's eating up your time and your energy? Because when we are overburdened, whether physical or mentally or emotionally, we start to look it, okay? But what I'm seeing here for you is that this is a journey. If you go on this glow up journey, this will be a journey of you taking your power back. This is a journey leading to your utmost confidence. You will be coming home to yourself if you go on this journey. You'll be diving into your full potential and being able to see what your full potential always was. You'll be on top of the world. See that? She's on top of the world. On the top of your world. Some of you, you know, your body may currently be going through certain changes. You might just be going through it physically for some of you, like health-wise. And if that's the case, again, this journey, if you go on this glow up journey, you'll start to replenish and restore all of that. Because that's what I was getting here with this. Like, some of you may really just be depleted in everything. But when I look at this card, the way he's holding this coin close to his body, this metal coin close to his body, I'm feeling like you are pulling back into, or taking into you and restoring your minerals, your vitamins, all of that, and strengthening your body through food, through supplements, through exercise. It's giving restoration to me. And look at how big this coin is. So I feel like if you go on this journey, you will be restoring your physical value. You'll be coming back to optimal health. And I'm going to say too, for some of you, I would say within a minimum of either 5 weeks, 5 months, you will definitely start to see physical changes. Because when we take these supplements and start to change our diet, it takes a little time of consistent routine to start for things to go through the bloodstream and then to your tissues, and then, you know, and deeper to your body, until like you start to notice it in the roots of your hair. The roots of your hair may feel different, more full, more lush, softer. Same thing with your skin. You may notice your skin changing. You may notice that your eyes start to look brighter. Your skin starts to have more color to it, looks more vibrant. So I feel like, yeah, between 5 weeks, 5 months, and then for the utmost, I want to say, like, by the time you hit 5 years from now, you are going to be looking amazing. I say that because he has these 5 rows of these green, lush, you know, I guess it's like a field. He's standing in a field. So, and once if this is a field, then it's like at some point he planted these seeds, and it takes time for it to grow. So that's what I'm saying, like either 5 weeks, 5 months, and then definitely within 5 years you will see changes. So yeah, some of you may not be feeling your best because, okay, here's the thing. I feel like some of you have been holding yourselves back and hiding yourselves away because you don't like the way you look. I think some of you use, like, maybe you tell people or always use the term introvert. Like, maybe you tell yourself you're an introvert. You ain't no damn introvert, girl. Maybe some of you are, Maybe, you have certain times where, you just want to be to yourself or whatever, but some of you are claiming this introvert thing and you're not. You've just been hiding yourself away, and you use the term introvert as an excuse because you don't want to be out and amongst people and mingle with people because you don't like the way you look and you don't like the way you feel, and you feel like you're not on the same level and like you don't measure up. Maybe you feel like you've let yourself go, or maybe you feel like the changes that your body has been going through due to like maybe perimenopause or like being postmenopausal, those changes. Sometimes your hair can start thinning, your body starts to change, you get that midsection, all of that. Maybe you feel like you just don't look good, and I feel like some of you have been hiding yourselves away because of that, and then claiming introvert, but you're not. And what I'm seeing here is that group 1, you're supposed to be outside. You are supposed to be outside. You are supposed to be in the mix, mingling and having a good time. Let me tell you something else I see, group 1. I feel like some of you sit on the sidelines and watch other people live good lives. A lot of you are scrolling on social media. You spend a lot of time on social media and you're watching everybody else live full, abundant lives and have all these opportunities coming to them. And you probably admire them, but honestly, that's supposed to be you. That is supposed to be you. And I'll tell you why I say that. I am looking here. This 2 of Wands card. We have the world here, and then I'm just looking the way she's sitting on top of the world, and then she's got, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but she's got all these little things floating around her head. All these little pebbles floating around her head, and it's just giving me a feeling of like, when someone says, the thoughts are swimming in my head, or like something like that. It's just making me feel like you're looking at the world or viewing the world through social media through a certain lens, and you've got all these things swimming around your head, and it's kind of, I feel like to a certain extent, it's you're absorbing these things and then holding yourself back. Like you're watching other people do the things that you want to do, and you're holding yourself back. Because on the bottom of this deck here, you have Oshun of correspondence, communication, listening, conflict resolution. And what I'm getting from this, if you look here, so I'm getting, to me, this is giving me like cell phone, like phone call. It's giving me the feeling of, remember, you ever seen like in the olden days when they used to take 2 cans and put a string in between the 2 cans, and then people used to talk through them or something like that? That's what this is giving me, because if you look, you can see her reflection in there. It's just giving me like cell phone, like being on a call, even though it's a coconut shell. And when I see communication, when I see correspondence, the word correspondence, it's making me feel like invite, like an invitation. I feel like the things that you are watching other people do on social media, I feel like that's supposed to be you. I feel like you are supposed to be in these rooms that you see these other people in. You are supposed to be in those rooms. You are supposed to be in those spaces. You are supposed to be getting invitations to those events. For some of you, I feel like, but you have been holding yourself back. Your mindset and your lack of action has been holding you back. This too, with this vulture at her head, and then she's crying, and her tears are like liquid gold, and it just makes me feel like her valuable golden essence is like leaking out of her due to these thoughts, these self-sabotaging thoughts, these vulture thoughts. I think you might be drinking the Kool-Aid, group 1. But this is a journey of you are on an ultimate journey of self-discovery. You've been through a lot, but you are about to embark on a very deep journey of self-discovery and self-love. And I feel like once you get started on this, something in your energy is going to shift, and your energy is going to become more expressive, more outward, more attractive. You're going to be attracting in all the opportunities, all the suitors, you know, if you're wanting a relationship, I feel like all of that is going to be coming in. I also see you building your finances too. Like, you leveling up, you glowing up may lead to people wanting to work with you or offer you things, and this is going to add to your finance. Group 1, listen. Since I started your reading, the amount of times I've had to stop, and I just wasn't saying anything to you guys, but I have had to stop so many times doing this reading. It is taking me so much longer to film this one reading than it has ever taken me to film any of my past videos. And I only have a handful of videos because I'm a new channel. But this reading, like, I have had to stop so many times. My camera has been overheating, then my battery will run out. But my camera just keeps overheating. And now I'm resorting to, I have like a Ziploc bag with some ice in it sitting on top of my camera. Child, the ghetto. Listen, I don't know, but I feel like that's kind of like a message to some of you. I don't know if some of you, like, maybe you've attempted to do this journey a few times before. Like, maybe you have had it in your mind, you know what, I want to feel better, I want to look better. And maybe you've taken this journey up before, but you never saw it through. Maybe you started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped many times before on this journey. What I'm getting here is don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you, like, you might feel like you just can't do it and like you're a failure at it, but that is not what your cards are saying, Group 1. Keep going. Keep going. Don't hold yourself back. You got to give yourself that positive self-talk. I know it doesn't feel like it, and I think there just may be challenges for you, and there have been challenges in the past, but don't let that, like, you're right there. You're right there. You're right there. And I say that because the 10 of Wands is like, this is the last push up the hill. That's what this is. It's the last push, him holding those 10 Wands and, you know, giving that last push up the hill. 10 is an end number. It's the last number. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm telling you. You're going to be so happy that you did this. And I don't know where I cut off the last thing I was saying, but I know that I was trying to relate to you that right underneath the Oshun of correspondence, you have Oshun manifesting birth, and it says manifestation, intention, and abundance. And if you look here, she's pregnant, but this is an older woman. And she's still manifesting beautiful things, all the things that she wants. Look at all around her. She's just attracting everything. All the lusciousness, all the goodness, all the juiciness. So you are not past, you are not past this. Your time is not past. But I do feel that this is it. This is your moment here. This is not the time to like stop. I think this is it. This is for you to come up to the finish line, because there's not going to be many more times where you can like start and stop, but like you got to make this it. Yeah, I'm seeing, I don't know where I cut off, but I'm seeing that there are people who want to connect with you. I'm seeing like even some like beautiful surprises waiting down the line for you, things that you couldn't fathom, just popping up out of nowhere, opportunities and just invitations and invites to things and places and meeting certain people, and I don't want you to miss out on this. But again, stop claiming introvert if you know you want to be outside. Stop claiming homebody if you know you really, desire to be in the mix and meet new people and live new experiences and, come up off the sidelines and get in the game. Group 1. Okay? I feel like there's so much waiting down the line that's going to make you so happy and so grateful that you saw it through. Because once you get through like the tough part, the challenging part, it'll just be about maintaining. Right now it's going to feel hard because you're like laying groundwork, and that's what this is. This is laying groundwork, planting the seeds in the field. But once they start to sprout, now it's just about maintaining it. So if you can get over that part, if you can get over that hump and start to build a solid routine and get used to doing your routine, it'll just be about maintaining. Once your body starts to snap into shape how you want it, once your hair starts to thrive the way you want it, your skin, all of it, once you get organized with like your diet, and maybe you need to gut your kitchen out and do an overhaul, and really clean out your cabinets and all of that, and replenish it with, like, restock it with healthier foods or whatever. Once you get your routine down, group 1, you are going to be good to go. It'll just be about maintaining it. So group 1, I am going to wrap up your reading by showing you your wild card that came out. And when I say wild card, I mean wild card because this is not even part of the actual tarot deck. This is like a wild card that's in the deck, but this came out for you. And when I was shuffling, it was like stuck to another card, and I didn't even know it was there. And it's not until I went to pick up and start, arranging the cards, it kind of plopped. Then I was like, oh. I'm like, okay, they got an extra card. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness. This is like, group 1, this journey is like so deep for you, you just don't even know. It's going to heal so much for you. Okay, but this card is the Supreme, and this is an extra card in the deck, and it came out for you guys. But group 1, I want to read this message to you because I'm telling you, this is you all the way, okay? But just to show you, she has everything around her. Everything, she has everything. She has the coins, she has the cups, which is like the emotions, the love, it's the water. She has the wand, and she has the sword. So this is the mental energy, this is the fire, the action, the spirit, the inspiration. She has everything. She has all of that, and she's in the center of it all. And if you look here, you can see the time, the numbers or whatever, and she's holding an hourglass, which is time, right? That's why I say you gotta move now, do it now. And she's also wearing the ankh around her neck, which is the symbol of life in the Kemetic culture. So, and her third eye is open. Group 1, I just, let me read this message to you, okay? All right, so the Supreme, it says, all is connected, all is you, and at all times you have the power to connect fully and be your all-powerful self, the Supreme. From stardust, our immortal souls arise and merge into form, and by destiny and occurrence, just as rare as the sight of an eclipse, shall ascend a true force, the Supreme. Her pure intentions are blessed by the universe as she caresses a journey that moves at the pace of her will. She is guided by her ancestors and merging all her lessons to accomplish her goals. This resilient goddess is at no time defeated because she knows she is indeed a true goddess, only bound by mortal form, and all she wishes at all times is possible. Let me read that again. Her pure intentions are blessed by the universe as she caresses a journey that moves at the pace of her will. She is guided by her ancestors and merging all her lessons to accomplish her goals. This resilient goddess is at no time defeated because she knows she is indeed a true goddess, only bound by mortal form, and all she wishes at all times is possible. Know the power of the Supreme is divine. This is a time to accept yourself as the all-powerful goddess that you are. You are every moment in time, both individually and as a collective history and future. By ways of your womb, hand, and mind, your desires shall manifest. Reign as both the creator and the creation, for you are protected. The universe and all your ancestors are waiting to aid you. All you need is confidence that you are indeed who you are, the Supreme. Utilize all that you know intellectually and spiritually to create the eternal success you are capable of. You can do it. It is... Okay, we don't need to read this part because this is like if it's reversal, but it didn't come out in reverse for you. It came all the way upright. All the way upright, baby. So, come on. Heads up, chest out, crown on. Get on your throne, group 1. Get on your throne. Get on your throne. Get on your throne. Okay. Group 1, I think that is all that I am getting for you. I wish you the absolute best in this journey. You can do it. You have full support in the physical realm and the spiritual realm. Your ancestors, your guides, everybody is rooting for you. No more of this. You've got support on both in both realms helping to get you out of this. Okay? So please don't doubt yourself. You are amazing. You are a goddess. You are the Supreme. It's all within you. You have everything that you need to create magic in your life. Everything that you need. It's within you. Your time has not passed. Group 1. Okay? And I feel like even the things that society and the world say that you can't do, or this can't happen, or this is impossible, I think this group can shut all that down. I think you can do it. All the things that you say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this and you can't do that, and I feel like you can do it. You know when they say, oh, waist trainers don't really do anything, I feel like you gonna use a waist trainer and that shit gonna snatch your waist in. It's gonna work for you. Oh, you can't hip dips, and you probably can do it. You can do it, group 1. I feel like you can pull from the from the ethers and manifest anything you want. Birth anything you want, manifest anything you want, create anything you want. Did you just hear that message that I just read to you on the Supreme card? That is power. That is powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with, group 1. Okay? So you can create. You can create, you can manifest whatever it is you desire. But you have to start now. Start now. Start now. Now, group 1. Now. Okay? Now. Okay, group 1, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've gained something of value from this reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, like the video. Leave me a comment too. Let me know what what you're gonna, and let me support you. I want to support you too. I'm on the same journey, so that's what this channel is for. So don't be shy, you know what I mean? I really want to create community here of women of all ages. So if you ever want to drop me a line or whatever, please feel free. I'm here. That's what this is for. Okay, group 1, thank you so much. You're beautiful souls. You're beautiful on the outside and the inside. Get to your potential. Reach your potential. You got it in you. And I will see you in another reading. Bye-bye. Hey lovelies, I just wanted to pop in and share a quick message before I start your reading. All readings on my channel are geared towards women of all ages. My channel is dedicated to the divine feminine, from young women to middle-aged women to the well-seasoned goddess, okay? But I feel like whenever you typically see a pick-a-card reading about glow-ups, it tends to have a vibe that you can just tell that it's meant for a much younger audience, or more much younger women, and that's fine. That is fine. But I wanted to specifically address our middle-aged and more mature women, because I feel like those age groups tend to get left out of, or just left out with topics like these. Okay, it's almost like there's a sense of like, oh well, you guys are past your prime. You know what I mean? Like you guys are washed up. You guys are done. And absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ain't no way. So yeah, I just wanted to do a reading specifically for my middle-aged and up women. Okay. Another thing I wanted to say is that anytime you do something with beauty on the internet, there's always people who kind of like to push against it as if though beauty is wrong. And I don't feel that way. I feel like it's only when people try to overdo it, and then beauty becomes distorted, and they start reaching for things that are harmful. And that's where I draw the line. But beauty is important. Physical beauty is important. And just try to imagine a world without beauty, right? Even nature doesn't hold back on her beauty, and neither should we. Okay, and I feel like in having daily beauty rituals and daily beauty routines and taking care of our bodies and adorning ourselves, in doing that, we honor ourselves, and we also honor our divinity when we do these things. We also honor those, or our ancestors of our bloodline, who couldn't honor themselves, couldn't honor their beauty. Many of our ancestors, suffered. They weren't allowed to adorn themselves beautifully. They never got the chance to adorn their hair beautifully. They never got the chance to sit down at a vanity and do their hair and beautify themselves. They never got the chance to do that. And they were making life easier and beautiful for others, but they never got the chance to have that for themselves. And I feel like, what a shame for us to be in this world today and scoffing at beauty and feeling like, it's okay for us to leave the house any old kind of way. We shouldn't really be focusing on glowing up and leveling up and wearing makeup and doing this with our hair and lashes and all this kind of stuff. I feel like play as much as you want. You know what I mean? Play and enjoy beauty and enjoy life, and enjoy being beautiful. Okay. I just felt like I needed to come in and say that, because I feel like beauty sometimes gets a bad rap. It's looked at as superficial and not important and frivolous, and it is not. Beauty is sacred. Hey group 2, welcome, come on in. Okay, so as you can see, I've already shuffled and pulled your cards. Let me show you what came out for you. Okay, so here you have card number 33, Oshun's Machete, Radical Truth, Clarity, and Self-Awareness. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Swords. You have the Hermit. The God of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. And the Six of Cups. Okay. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover the physical part of your glow up, okay? So let's dive into that. And once we cover that, then we'll dive into like the deeper aspects of your glow up journey, okay? So let's talk about the physical. Some of the things that I'm seeing, group 2, in terms of your physical glow up is I think some of you may have a bit of a distortion of how you see yourself in the mirror, but I think you're coming out of that, or I feel like this glow up journey will help you to come out of seeing yourself in a distorted way when you look in the mirror. Okay, I also want you to know that sometimes when we look in the mirror, sometimes what we're seeing is not the true us, because we could be in a state of depletion. We could be in a state of trauma within our body. We could be not at our best right now, like physically, like health wise. We could be taking too much of something in our diet. We could be not getting enough of something in our diet. There's so many reasons, like our environment could be full of stress, so your cortisol could be up. So what you see when you look in a mirror might not be what you actually look like. So if you've been avoiding looking at yourself in the mirror, or you just, when you get a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, you just feel so down and you feel like you're not attractive. And I don't even want to use this word, but I feel like some of you might feel this way and may use this word yourself in your self-talk. But if you feel like ugly, you know what I mean? Now, of course, you are not ugly, but I feel like some of you watching may feel like that when you look in the mirror. Please try to stop that kind of self-talk. That is not helping you, okay? And like I said, I think sometimes when we look in the mirror and we see a reflection of ourselves back that doesn't fit what we would like or doesn't look the best, you have to take into consideration all the factors as to why you may be getting this distorted view in the mirror. Okay, so sometimes when we're not looking our best, it's not because that's what we naturally look like. It's because there's a lot of things playing into why we are not looking our best. And a lot of those things suck our beauty out of us. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. I feel like, yes, some of you, once you begin this journey, you are going to be liking the way you look when you look in the mirror. It's going to make you feel really good. You're going to be so pleased and so happy with your physical appearance and the way you look. Some of you, I feel like your skin is going to improve. Your skin's going to become clearer. Some of you are working on, I want to say, like your midsection, your core. I feel like that's going to become more toned as well. Some of you are going to start adorning yourselves more, like wearing more jewelry, and maybe even some like unique pieces that you don't typically see, but it looks good on you. Some of you, I feel like you may want to add certain things into your routine that are not typical. So like in terms of fitness, you may want to try dance or something like that. Something where you move your body in a way that flows, like a flowy kind of state, like a very feminine, flowy type of way. So belly dance, any kind of dance, anything where you're like moving the hips and the sacral chakra area. Some of you, your reproductive system is going to benefit from this journey. There may be something health-wise, or with some of you in terms of like fertility. I feel like your energy is going to become lighter and you're going to feel like kind of floaty. Just kind of like it's going to feel surreal once you hit your goals. Some of you may be thinking about doing something different with your hair, like cutting your hair into a style, or possibly like doing something like a bob or something like that. Some of you are doing something with volume, like maybe if you kept your hair very simple, some of you may be wanting to explore styles that are more voluminous, kind of more like, it's not like so conservative. Like I feel like some of you may want to kind of like give your hair more va-va-voom, so to speak, and like really help it to like frame your face. I feel like there's some here who may be considering body work, like cosmetic work. I'm not here to advocate or deny that. That is completely up to you. But I say that because of her figure. Okay. Yeah, some of you may be considering that. Just do your due diligence, do your research, but I'm not here to tell you what to do in that department. That is completely up to you. Just please be very careful and weigh all the pros and cons before you do anything that serious or that drastic. I feel like some of you are really getting into like a beauty routine. Some of you may want to add honey or something like that to your regimen, or maybe some of you are using something like that, like maybe like a shampoo or a conditioner or like hair products that contain like honey as a humectant or something like that with your skincare or something. But some of you are really getting into a serious like fitness routine and health routine. I'm seeing like to the point of like mastery in this field, like in this area, like really taking it to the next level. Like maybe some of you were working out at home, but now you're taking it to the gym or something like that, or maybe getting a personal trainer or something of the sort, but like really like honing in on it. And I see that that's going to work magic for you, for some of you who are looking into that. I'm seeing that it really is time to upgrade your diet. It is time to begin to eat more fresh foods, more live foods, more greens, and getting more natural sugars as opposed to processed items. Some of you will benefit greatly from like resistance training. So anything dealing with weightlifting or those bands, those resistant bands, that'll work awesome for you and really help to sculpt your body in the way that you want it. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I'm getting in terms of physical. I feel like this group may already have some kind of routine going or something that you guys do. Like I feel like some of you in this group, you already work out, or like you might be like already into your glow up journey and maybe just wanting to dive a little deeper into it, or maybe like take it to the next level. But I feel like some of you here are like already on your journey. Some of you may have had to take this journey alone, like go it alone. Maybe you started out wanting like other like company, like wanting company to come along with you, maybe like to do your workouts or go on your walks or whatever the case may be. But I'm seeing many of you have had to possibly pull back to yourself and just go it alone. Some of you may want to cut back on the carbs as well. This again, this came out before, and the basket of wands on her head just reminds me of a basket of breadsticks. So some of you may, and with this being the burden card, this could be something that's putting a strain on your body or just your glow up journey in general. It could be like holding you back, the carbs, like too much carbs. Some of you may have like at least one person though that you can go on this journey with that has been a good support. But if not, I feel like you're so serious about this journey that you don't mind doing it yourself, doing it alone, which is awesome. That's the mindset that you really gotta have, regardless of who or what, whoever, you know, if no one comes along with me, I'm still going and I'm still gonna hit my goals. That's a strong and powerful mentality. I feel like along the way you're gonna receive a helping hand with something, or like something that's useful, helpful information, maybe even like just downloads that you get yourself, like mentally, like an idea will pop into your mind as like the next step to take, or like something that will be useful on your journey, whether it's a product or a place or what to eat, what to cut out. It'll like naturally come to you. I also feel like there's a level of protection here in terms of your journey. It seems like we kind of just automatically went past the physical and into deeper aspect of it, because like I said, I feel like there's not much here that I need to tell you, group 2, about your physical. I feel like you guys are kind of already on the way. Many of you guys are kind of already on the way. Some of you, not some of you, it depends on whether you want to do this or not, but I'm seeing that mirror magic or mirror work or glamour magic would be useful to some of you. So like sitting in the mirror, or sitting at your vanity, or standing in the bathroom mirror, or standing and looking at yourself in a full-length mirror and just affirming over yourself and saying positive things over yourself and speaking positively over your future, the future of your, or the outcome of your journey, your glow up journey. even though certain things might not be visible in the moment, speaking on it as though it were. You know, when you walk past the mirror, give yourself a wink. When you walk past the mirror, stop and, you know, smile at yourself and kind of extend some love to yourself. Take a little, like, move slower when you sit in the vanity or in your mirror to apply your makeup or do your skincare routine. Slow down and, like, really extend a little extra love and patience to yourself, and take your time and, you know, do your movements not in a quick and jerky way, or, you know, where you're just trying to get it done and you're just going through the motions, but really sit down and take your time and put your body creams and your body butters on and do your serums, and, you know, with a loving touch. Some of you could even, like, affirm over your products or pray over your products before you put them on. Like, you can do something like if you put your serum in your hand or whatever, just kind of hold it in your hand and envision, like, light and love going into it, and then put it on your skin or on your face. You want to pour as much love as you can into your being, into yourself in this journey. I'm getting a lot of decadency, like, just like, I feel like the women in this group are maybe kind of like maybe high maintenance. Is that what I'm getting? I'm just getting this, like you might already be fashionistas, and, like, you may already have a sense of style. You may already be kind of good at doing your hair and makeup. I don't know. I get that feeling from this group. Like, you ain't new to this, you true to this, you know? I feel like this group, once you go on this journey, there's a sense of liberation that will happen for you. With this Nine of Swords here, this is, you know, this is anxiety, this is worrying. I feel like really diving into this journey will help to release you from that, because on the bottom of the deck you have Oshun of boundaries, cord cutting, energetic balance, and liberation. Okay, and then under that you have Oshun of the drought, fear, insecurity, and scarcity. I feel like this glow up journey for you has a lot to do with your finances. If you are not in this energy of decadence, I feel like at your core, this is who you are and this is what you desire. But you may not be in a space of that right now. Like, maybe you might be in a space of lack where you feel like your funds, your finances are not where you would like them to be. Maybe your glow up has a lot to do with your money. And maybe you also feel like you can't pour into your glow up the way you would really, really like it because of maybe the lack of finances. Maybe that's what a lot of your worrying comes from. But what I'm seeing here is an extreme glow up in your finances. This is the King of Pentacles. This is the King of Money, the King of Earth. Do you see that stack of gold coins sitting next to him? And then all the lushness and the bountifulness and the greenery and the roses and the grapes. Grapes signify abundance, prosperity. And then he's holding the coin. I feel like this is coming in for you once you get on track with this journey. Or maybe this is a call for you to start to look into what you can do to have a financial glow up. Start to look into ways you can invest, or side businesses that you can have that don't require so much labor, that may be a little bit easier to manage on the side from your main source of income. Some of you, I'm feeling like some of you in this group might be, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos that are titled disappear for 6 months and then glow up, you know what I mean, and then come back at your best. Like, I feel like some of you, that might pertain to some of you, because with the Hermit card, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like some of you may decide to pull back and do your thing behind the scenes. Get your body together behind the scenes, get your money together, get your health together, and then come back and pop out. Your glow up journey will also help to be a inspiration to other women, because they're going to see what you've accomplished, and it's going to give them, some of them might be jealous, but then some of them might also feel like, damn, it's possible. You know what I mean? She did this, then it's possible for me too. Like, your journey is going to kind of be like a beacon of light, like a lighthouse for people. And so from that, you may get other women coming to you and asking you what you've done. And so it's up to you whether you want to gatekeep or you want to share. But with the Three of Pentacles here, I'm seeing sharing. So these are 3 different women here, and all of them have their own coin, and all of them are, kind of like sharing the value that they have. I feel like also some of you, this journey is going to connect you with women who are possibly where you would like to be, and they're going to help offer value to you. They're going to offer value to you on what they do, and like the circles that they run with, and where they shop for their clothes, and what kind of skincare they use, and what works for them in their diet. Like I feel like these women are going to kind of like put you on, they're going to offer you value, because I feel like this is you, and you look amazing. You're doing great, but you're going to draw the attention of other women who are on your level and want to share and bounce ideas off of each other and contribute value. This journey is going to lead to kind of like a celebration for you, group 2. This is going to be like once you hit your target, this is going to be something to celebrate. Like you are going to feel so good within yourself, because at the bottom of the deck you have the Four of Wands, and this is the celebration. You might even find your boo too, because she having a good old time with Mr. Man right here. So the transformation that you go through may lead to more attraction, may lead to you being in spaces where you might meet someone. I also feel like you are right on target. You have the Eight of Wands here. Underneath this card was the Eight of Wands. You're on the right track, group 2. Yeah, this is the feeling that I get. Like some of you were already on your journey. You're on the right track. And then under that, you have the Three of Cups. Again, other women, like you connecting with other women and just creating bonds and friendship and celebrating together. Very, very nice, very nice. Yeah, try not to stress too much, group 2, because again, this will take away from your physical appearance. This will raise your cortisol levels and just give you a spike in your system of stuff that you don't really need flowing through your system. This can mess up your hormonal system. This can cause breakouts. This can cause weight gain. So just be wary of, be mindful of this. But again, I feel like if you maybe pull away for a little bit, some of you, if you can, and do your thing on your own behind the scenes to yourself, it's going to lead to some great things. It's not going to always be easy either. You may have a bit of a climb to make. I'm getting some of you, this may have something to do with your weight. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Maybe that's been an uphill battle for you. Your weight has been an uphill battle for you, group 2. Whether you've been trying to gain weight and it's been, up and down, or just like you haven't been able to figure out what exactly to get you to the figure that you want, or maybe you have been trying to lose weight and it has been an uphill battle. It has felt like an uphill battle. Don't give up. Some of it may have to do with energy. There may be people or things that need to be cut, that need to be cut away, cut out, that you need to detach from, let go of, or stop altogether. And then you may see a breakthrough in that area. It may have something to do with your hormones as well, as to why you're having issues with your weight. I'm just getting that because with this card, it says cord cutting, and so I'm getting like cutting something out out of your routine, out of your diet that's not serving you. And then energetic balance here, I'm getting like hormonal balance. And then like maybe in your immediate environment, things that kind of like set you off or cause you to stress, whether it's your finances or whether it's people or, you know, other things. But getting that into balance, like figuring out how to balance these things out so that it's not causing you so much stress. And then from there, you will experience liberation, which may help your the situation with your weight. Some of you may need to drink more water as well. Hydrate, because underneath this card you have the drought, ocean of the drought. So it's just making me feel like drink more water, because you only have one cup card here. Everything else is earth, fire, air. Yeah, so try to hydrate, get more liquids. Okay. Group number 2, I'm getting like a message of that this is something you are coming into a level of mastery with this. It might seem like, oh, it's a glow up journey, but there's a level of mastery that is happening here with like self-mastery. Okay? And then from this, you may be able to offer value to others because you have mastered your journey. You have mastered yourself. Okay, so again, yes, I feel like when you look in the mirror, once you take off on this journey, you're going to be seeing yourself through different eyes, with a different level of clarity than before. You're going to see yourself, your true self, because like I said, I feel like there's a distorted view of yourself from before, or maybe currently, but I don't think that what you are seeing and how you are feeling about yourself is the true you. It is not the truth. For those of you who feel, you know, not so great about your physical appearance or about your life, it's not the truth. Group 2, some of you may need to clear house as part of your glow up journey. Clear out your environment, clear out your home. If there's a lot of clutter, you may need to do some house cleaning, like a house detox or a house purge. Okay, group 1, sorry, I had to my camera cut off. It overheated. It is currently 101 degrees where I am, and I have been like struggling with this camera right now. This room that I'm in, that I'm doing these readings in, doesn't have any air conditioning. It's just a fan. So if you hear a sound like, you know, whooshing sound, that's my fan. I'm trying to stay as cool as I can in here without any AC. And I've been sitting in this room doing readings for a few hours now, so my camera's just kind of, so I'm sorry about that. But I was saying before it cut off that some of you may need to do like a home detox or a home purge and clear out your home. This is something that can affect the mind and affect the emotions. And so if you can clear out, for those of you who need it, if you can clear out, you know, your home and just pick up the vibration of your home, you may notice that you may think more clearly, you may feel a little bit lighter. Okay, I say that because with this card, it just gives like a lot of, there's a lot going on around her. It's a lot of clutter, just a lot, it's just a lot. Okay, so yeah, and with on the bottom of this deck, this card, the Four of Wands, is also a card of home. So I think some of you could benefit from maybe renovating your home, or just kind of maybe like rearranging your furniture, clearing things out, designating like spaces to your journey. So, you know, a kitchen is a big part of a glow up journey because your diet and, you know, your meal prepping, those kind of things. So maybe if you can refresh that area, also the bathroom or wherever you get dressed, wherever your wardrobe is, freshening up those spaces and just clearing things out, you know, this will help a lot. Also too, here with this, I just feel like all these swords around her head, and then all this clutter around her. I just feel like maybe there's some things within your environment that don't really need to be there anymore, and you can cut these things out, which is why you have cord cutting right here. So yeah, and this will bring your energy back in balance, because it says energetic balance here. Okay, so yeah, whether this is people or just things, either way, some things need to be cut out and cleared out. I do see, just from, nothing major, but there may be, when you start to glow more, I feel like some of you will attract like some little gnats. A little bit of jealousy, maybe just a little bit. Nothing, I don't see anything major. I'm just getting that with this here. She's holding the lantern, it's glowing, and there's like one little thing buzzing around there or whatever. But aside from that, I feel like you're going to be attracting just wonderful things. Another thing I just want to say before we close out, some of you who maybe partake in like drinking, maybe whether it's wine or whatever, if you tend to have a little more than what's necessary, you may want to cut back on that, and that will also help with your glow up journey as well. I'm just getting that with the vine of grapes here. Okay, all right, so group 2, you are already fabulous. I feel like you are well on your way, and I'm not getting that there's too much that you don't already know, but I feel like you're well on your way and you're doing great. And if you haven't started this yet, I feel like you are going to do great. You're going to take off in no time. So congratulations. I am proud of you. Keep going, and I will see you in another reading. Bye-bye. Hey lovelies, I just wanted to pop in and share a quick message before I start your reading. All readings on my channel are geared towards women of all ages. My channel is dedicated to the divine feminine, from young women to middle-aged women to the well-seasoned goddess, okay? But I feel like whenever you typically see a pick a card reading about glow-ups, it tends to have a vibe that you can just tell that it's meant for a much younger audience, or more much younger women, and that's fine. That is fine. But I wanted to specifically address our middle-aged and more mature women, because I feel like those age groups tend to get left out of, or just left out with topics like these, okay? It's almost like there's a sense of like, oh, well, you guys are past your prime, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are washed up, you guys are done. And absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ain't no way. So yeah, I just wanted to do a reading specifically for my middle-aged and up women, okay? Another thing I wanted to say is that anytime you do something with beauty on the internet, there's always people who kind of like to push against it as if the beauty is wrong, and I don't feel that way. I feel like it's only when people try to overdo it, and then beauty becomes distorted and they start reaching for things that are harmful, and that's where I draw the line. But beauty is important. Physical beauty is important, and just try to imagine a world without beauty, right? Even nature doesn't hold back on her beauty, and neither should we. Okay, and I feel like in having daily beauty rituals and daily beauty routines and taking care of our bodies and adorning ourselves, in doing that, we honor ourselves, and we also honor our divinity when we do these things. We also honor those, or our ancestors of our bloodline, who couldn't honor themselves, couldn't honor their beauty. Many of our ancestors, suffered You know, they weren't allowed to adorn themselves beautifully. They never got the chance to adorn their hair beautifully. They never got the chance to sit down at a vanity and, you know, do their hair and beautify themselves. And they never got the chance to do that. And they were making life easier and beautiful for others, but they never got the chance to have that for themselves. And I feel like what a shame for us to be in this world today and scoffing at beauty and feeling like, you know, it's okay for us to leave the house any old kind of way. We shouldn't really be focusing on glowing up and leveling up and wearing makeup and doing this with our hair and lashes and all this kind of stuff. I feel like play as much as you want. You know what I mean? Play and enjoy beauty and enjoy life and enjoy being beautiful. Okay? I just felt like I needed to come in and say that, because I feel like beauty sometimes gets a bad rap. It's looked at as superficial and not important and frivolous, and it is not. Beauty is sacred. Hi, group 3. Welcome in. So, as you can see, I have already shuffled and pulled your cards. And what I'm going to do first is get into the physical part of your glow up, and then we will discuss the more abstract, more intangible, like the deeper meaning of your glow up, okay? So let me show you what came out for you in terms of your cards. For your foundation cards, you got Oshun of shame and regret, and it's card number 22. And it says guilt, remorse, and self-loathing. And so just sit tight. Don't let this scare you, okay? We'll get into it a little later, but that's your foundation card. And then for your tarot, you got the Son of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and then 2 cards came out for you here. You got the Queen, the Goddess of Cups, and then the World card. Okay, so let's dive into your physical part of the glow up and what I see here for you. Okay, so some of the physical changes that I see for your glow up, first and foremost, is restoration within the body. And I mean in terms of like nutrients, minerals, vitamins, even your muscle, your fat, strength in the body, and a boosted immune system. That's what I'm getting. I get that from here. If you look, this is the Son of Pentacles, which is supposed to be like the Knight of Pentacles, but I read intuitively for some cards or sometimes, and that is what I'm picking up on here. It's just the way he's holding this coin close to his body like this. Group 3, you might have come from another group as well. I'm not going to say which group, but you might be from another group. So you're kind of getting, I feel like in this reading, if you are from that group, you're getting an even deeper part to your glow up story, okay? But this is something I reiterated back in that other group, that the way he's holding this coin close to his body, I feel like this is just a replenishment of the nutrients and minerals and vitamins and things that you may be lacking. Okay, so this card right here, I just get this feeling that you just don't feel your best, or you haven't been feeling your best. I feel like you've been a little down about how I feel like maybe you are going through something that has had an impact on your physical body. So maybe you've been having some health issues. Maybe your body has just been going through changes due to age, and you are noticing those changes, and it's causing you to look different than what you have been used to seeing, and maybe you don't like what you're seeing. You don't like these changes. You don't like the way your body feels. You feel like just low on energy, low on strength, vitality, and yeah, it's like you don't know who that is looking back at you in the mirror. And I have this sense of like some of you wanting to get yourself back. Okay, I feel like there are a lot of you who just feel down about how you look and how you've been feeling, and you're having a hard time seeing the value in yourself. And yeah, I just think it has brought you down. Okay, but if you have been going through like a health issue or something like that, I feel a restoration of that with this card here. I just feel like you're starting to replenish that within your body. You're starting to recover. But this recovery, I feel, it's going to be a slow process. Okay, it's going to be a slow and steady process. And so you have to be patient with it, but you have to be consistent. You are not going to see any changes or what you desire to see if you stop. If at any point you stop for too long, you have to keep going. You have to keep going long enough to, I think for some of you, you have maybe tried to do this several times, like tried to pick yourself back up, but then you stopped. And because you keep doing that, it's reinstilling in you a belief that this is not possible, or that it's not working, or that it doesn't work. And it does work. It's just that you haven't given it a chance to work. So if you can get consistent for long enough, you will start to see the results of what you're doing. But you can't keep stopping. Okay? It has to be, you're going to have some self-discipline and some willpower and some strength with this. I do see that there's this energy around you that wants you to succeed, that wants you to succeed with this, that wants to support it. Well, not wants to, it is trying to support you in this. But I feel like you may be in a space where you can't see it, you can't feel it, but things may be coming to you, like forms of information that will help you, advice from people that will help you, just maybe seeing something, like information somewhere that could be useful to you, hearing it somewhere that could be useful to you. And I think that some of you are so down in the dumps that you're not in a place to receive it, to receive the information that you need. But there is an energy here of divine love and support, and I don't know if it's your ancestors, your angels, your guides, or even just like actual people who want to help you. This could even be like a doctor or something like that, who can steer you in the right direction in terms of your health and getting yourself back on track. So this could be something like maybe going through perimenopause, or maybe you're postmenopausal, and just seeing this shift in who you used to be, and feeling like you don't recognize yourself, or feeling like you're not at your best anymore. You're not at your best anymore, and like you've lost some kind of value, and you haven't lost any value. Okay, so yes, I'm seeing restoration within the body of nutrients, minerals, vitamins, even muscle and fat that you may have lost, and strength that you may have lost. And I'm seeing like a boost again to your immune system once you start to get on track with this. So this could be like finding supplements that work for you, changing your diet, getting into a fitness routine, getting into skincare, body care, health care, hair care, doing all those physical things, physical beauty things and health things, really changing your diet, getting more nutrients, getting more fresh foods, live foods, green foods, okay, and doing it at a consistent pace. Like really not, you're not doing this for a glow up. This is more of a lifestyle change. This is lifestyle. This is no longer like a little glow up. Because for this group, you guys have 3 major arcana here. You have the Magician, you have the High Priestess, and you have the World. Those are major arcanas. You have 3 of them. So this is not some little glow up for you guys, group 3. This is massive, significant change for you. This is going to change your life. This is going to change you at a very deep level. And when I say deep level, I mean from the cellular level to the spiritual level. This is not a game. This is not a joke for you. You may have come here thinking, oh, glow up. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be cute. Not for you. Not for you. The universe said, This is something a whole lot more for this group. Okay. What else am I getting? So in terms of physical, I'm getting restoration of also your hair and your hair cycles. I know there's like different cycles within the hair growth phase, but whatever phase where it stops growing and it sheds and it begins to grow again, there's a healing in that area of your hair cycles. Okay, so if some of you were dealing with like shedding in your hair or something like that, hair fall, thinning hair or something like that, I see a recovery of that once you get this on board. Okay, let's see what else. I'm also seeing growth in terms of hair and fullness in terms of your hair. Some of you may want to bring in like protective hairstyling or low manipulation hairstyles to help with this restoration phase, just to kind of give your hair a break and let it kind of like do what it needs to do without all the excessive touching and tugging and pulling and and so that you can see actual growth and results instead of breakage. I'm also seeing that some of you may want to explore like growing locks or something like that. And then others of you may want to do like a deep trim of your ends for like more of a blunt cut to add fullness and volume to your hair. Give it some character, maybe give it some layers or something like that. I'm seeing that. And also for the health of your hair as well, I'm trimming the ends so that your hair doesn't continue to split up the shaft. But I'm just seeing like a good, trim of the hair. I'm also seeing that this group seems like they like simple hairstyles, like just keeping it simple. I feel like that works best for you, kind of like a less is more kind of thing. And I also feel like this is a group of natural beauties. You don't have to do too much. I feel like many of you here are just naturally beautiful, naturally attractive, but I feel like you don't see it. There are some of you who had a phase where, you looked good, you felt good, but then there are some of you who I feel like you have felt like you've never really been at your best. Like you've always probably had like some type of like insecurity about your looks or about your body, or I feel like it has been ongoing for a long time for some of you. But the thing is, like I said, you are actually very naturally beautiful and naturally attractive. It's just that you've been conditioned not to see it. I also feel like many of you have an incredible figure. Incredible. Absolutely gorgeous. But again, you don't see it. I feel like a lot of you here maybe are overcritical about yourself. You criticize yourself a lot. Okay? I don't know where you learned that. Maybe you learned it in your childhood. Maybe you were always under scrutiny in terms of your looks. Maybe you were always talked about or made fun of, or made to feel like you weren't enough or you were too much or whatever the case may be. And then from there, because you've always experienced other people judging you and criticizing you, you started to learn how to just criticize yourself. There's also a level of mysteriousness here about this group. It's like you're naturally beautiful, but you're not very showy. I don't think this group is a very showy, show-offy kind of group. I feel like where there may be some other women who are very boisterous and, flamboyant and put themselves out there, and that's how they get their attention. You, on the other hand, I feel like you can just be standing there and pull, and you'll have a strong pull. I'm also seeing that this group may have a lot of women who like to dress simple, just very simple, not doing too much. I just feel like maybe your style is more simple, elegant, and just very feminine. And you do like natural makeup. You lean more towards natural looking makeup, and it works very well for you. You look amazing in that. I feel like this group is a mix of petite women, slim women, slim thick, and then there's some of you who are kind of like statuesque and like kind of have that goddess queenly frame to you. Like what I mean is like tall and just statuesque, either tall and slim or tall and like curvy with a solid frame. I feel like this group is a mix. But yeah, I think you are naturally gorgeous, group 3, and we just got to get you to a place where you see it. I feel like even though you have a very beautiful figure, I don't feel like you are the type to tend to like show it off every chance that you get. I think you leave some things to the imagination. Yeah. Okay, group 3. Also, if you hear any like loud pops in the background, they're doing fireworks. It is July 3rd. Tomorrow's the 4th of July, so they get an early start. You can just think of it as them celebrating your glow up. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the other portion of your reading where we discuss the more abstract or the more deeper levels to your reading, okay? Let's see. Okay, so when I was like meditating on your cards, I was getting so many downloads, and I was getting them so fast that it's like I feel like I couldn't write them out. I usually write my notes down, but I felt like I just couldn't get them out. It was just too many, and it was just coming too fast. So I am gonna have to try to relay off of memory of what I can gather from this, okay? So just give me a moment, let me organize my thoughts here. So like I said before, I feel like some of you just maybe have been in an era of self-loathing and just harsh self-criticism and just not feeling your best. And maybe you are going through health challenges where you may not be looking like yourself or looking your best, okay? And this may have you feeling a little down in the dumps, or maybe not even a little, maybe a lot. Maybe this is very just painful for you emotionally and mentally, and maybe the feelings around it are very big. There's a lot of emotion around it, and you know, you are just wanting some relief from this. I feel like this journey, this glow up journey, is going to offer you that relief. And like I said, there are energies around you that are ready to support. But I feel like those of you that are here, you're here because you're ready. You're here because you're ready to take this on. So good for you. Congratulations to you. And you're in for a beautiful surprise. I think you're going to shock yourself, and I think you're going to shock others as to what you achieve when you really get deep into this glow up journey. For some of you, I am seeing that you may get a little bit of, like, once you get into this journey, for some of you, you may have some either naysayers or just people talking about you. I feel like there are going to be some people that are just talking about you. Some of you may slim down, and this is what you're wanting. And I just feel like a lot of you are going to be glowing and just looking fantastic, and you're going to look very different to what you were looking before. And I think this is going to cause a lot of talk and discussion about you and around you. You're either going to hear people, like things that people have said behind your back. You may even be within earshot of the whispering. I think some of these things will be coming from other women who may be a little bit bitter, maybe even a little bit resentful, a little jealous. Some of it is like harmless, benign gossip, kind of just, kind of on the premise of like, my God, she looks so good. I wonder what she's doing. Do you think she's had work done? Do you think that's her, do you think she has a BBL? Or, like, I think like it's just going to be like talk about you in that sense. I feel like people are also going to be wondering like who you're dealing with in terms of like a relationship. I just feel like you're going to have this energy about you and this aura about you where people are just going to want to get all up in your business. They just want to know, right? Because it's going to be such a 180 glow up that like people are really going to just be so curious and just nosy. I'm also seeing that this is not only going to be women who are gossiping about you, but also men. I feel like the talk around the men is just like more on the lines of them wanting to have a chance with you, wanting to get with you, being attracted to you, wondering if you're married, if you're partnered up, who is your man. Just wondering about you and wondering if they have a chance with you. I feel like you also are going to get a lot of, some of these men are kind of lusty, I think you just look incredible, and a lot of them do want to lay you down. So I think there's a lot of that. I think also too, you are just, I feel like you have shut yourself out for so long and kind of hidden yourself away for so long that you might not be used to the attention, and I feel like it's going to feel a little off-putting for you. It may feel uncomfortable. You may feel like you're just kind of like a little too out there, and it may feel overwhelming to you at times because you're not used to it. And I think this may also cause you to every now and then maybe pull away or retreat. The gossiping, the talk. I also feel like you're going to be on the receiving end of like other people's projections towards you. So I think this may have you feeling a little bit overwhelmed when it happens, and you may find yourself pulling away every now and then. Like you may pop out here and there, and then you'll go back in and kind of like get into hermit mode and pull away from all the rah-rah. I also see that that will be very useful to you, very beneficial to you, to find a time to pull away and be to yourself, be into meditation, just be to self. Like pull away to recharge yourself is what I'm seeing. I feel like this is my group of mystics here. Like, you may be very beautiful physically, but I also feel like this group, you may be very smart, very intelligent, maybe even very studious. I think some of you may have a lot of occult knowledge, mystical knowledge. Maybe you even work with like occult things. Maybe you have an altar. Maybe you do rituals, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think there are a lot of you in this group who are kind of on that level. And you're good at it. I'm seeing here that you are very powerful, group 3. I'm also seeing that there is some kind of like activation happening. Like this glow up is going to trigger some type of activation within you, within your mind frame. Also, this glow up is going to take a shift in your mindset. It's going to take for you having to shift something in your mindset in order to get this rolling, get this glow up rolling. There's going to have to be a change in your mindset, but I see that that is coming online for you. That is like activating for you. I also see that some of you may utilize like subliminals or affirmations or something like that. Maybe some type of ritual work. I feel like that is working. That is working for you. Something is working in your subconscious mind. I feel like this group may have some women who have kind of a dual nature. So you could be quiet at times, and then other times somebody could probably hear you cackling from the next room. It depends on who you're hanging with, and what side of you they'll get. I also feel like some of you may have a bubbly, fun, humorous, lighter side, and then there's also a dark and mysterious side to you, a side that you kind of keep to the background, kind of like a scorpionic vibe to you. I feel like you have the best of both worlds. I also feel like you're somebody that's very private, and you keep your private life private. You don't let people get all up in your business, which is good. I feel like you have a shadowy side. not in like a ominous sense, but like just, kind of like dark feminine. And this kind of makes people intrigued by you. Like some people can sense it, pick up on it, but they can't really put a name to it or like really explain it. But it's intriguing to them. And some people might misunderstand it, misrepresent it, and think that like you have like just a dark, like you're just dark. But you're not. I also see that like you can be a sweetheart, but I feel like you can also check the shit out of somebody too. Yeah, so I see you at some point. Your level up journey, group 3, yes, there is a physical aspect to it, and you are absolutely gorgeous in it. But I feel like at some point you are going to outgrow. I don't know if outgrow is the word, but I feel like that is not going to be at the forefront for you. I feel like at some point you are going to move on from the mixing and mingling and, maybe being among certain people. I feel like you're going to get tired of it. And I feel like you're going to go off on your own and do your own thing and maybe like pull away and be to yourself and maybe go deeper into your occult knowledge, your mysticism, your spiritual practice. And I feel like that's where you're going to feel at peace. This glow up journey for you, group 3, is going to put you back on your throne. I feel like this group has kind of a royal energy, like a spiritual royal energy. Like on the spiritual side, you may come from royalty, like a higher, I don't know, it's giving like if you were to have, like you would have like high accolades in the spiritual realm. And I feel like you might just feel a calling to that later on in life and kind of pull towards that. Hi group 3, editing Michelle here, and I just wanted to pop in and say that I was noticing something else while I was editing your portion of the readings. Your glow up journey also has an underlying energy to it of coming up from the underworld. Let me explain what I mean. I feel like for some of you, you might be, if there's a sense of like depression that you were going through, or again, maybe just not feeling the best about your life, your situation, the way you look, the way you feel, or maybe health challenges, or maybe even a breakup or divorce situation. I feel that there is a layer here of your glow up journey that has to do with you coming up out of the underworld. So you coming up out of the dark night of the soul, you coming up out of a shadowy time, a very dark time that just weighed on you a lot. And I just see you coming out of that, coming up out of that, and kind of having your glow up is leading to like the springtime of your life. Okay, so blossoming new life, new beginnings, new potential, new possibilities, a rebirth, and just a brand new you. And from there, I see you kind of like mastering yourself, because this journey is going to lead you to a type of self-mastery. And I feel like some of you will share that mastery with other women, share your journey with other women, and kind of like allow them to drink from the cup that you have filled for yourself. Okay, so sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom, sharing understanding, or maybe even just helping others through your example. Okay? All right, guys. This glow up journey for you, group 3, is very deep. It is very serious. It's a beautiful thing, and it's going to be a very life-altering thing and a life-changing thing. Some of you may even end up going off and pursuing like teaching occult knowledge and making money that way. Your stability may come from teaching. This journey is leading you on a journey to ultimate self-love and self-acceptance, and just feeling very comfortable within yourself. Like I said, it's putting you back on your throne. This group gives me siren energy too. Yeah, this group gives me siren energy too. And maybe you know a lot about sexual alchemy as well, this group, and like manifesting with sexual energy. But let me show you what was under here. You got the World card. The World card, this is giving me a closing out of one era and a beginning of a new era for you. a new chapter for you. This is like a rebirth. I feel like this is you birthing you, a new version of you. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm getting like, this is giving me like the yoni and like you being birthed, you know, like you coming out brand new, birthing yourself. And just to solidify that, underneath the deck you have Oshun of resurrection, and it says rebirth, transformation, and renewal. And that is what this journey is bringing you. Like, this is, you are shedding an old you. That's what this is giving me. Like, this is kind of giving me like, if you look at her, she looks like when an animal, when an animal is like molting, and like they don't look the best when they're molting. Because they're shedding and they're actually transforming and becoming stronger, newer. You know, you can look up molting and you will see the meaning of it, but it's giving like phoenix energy. But there's a part within that phoenix energy where the bird's feathers are like dropping off, and like he's got bald patches and he looks scraggly, and I feel like maybe that's how you're feeling right now, like just not your best, but you are transforming. I feel like you're in the cocoon phase here, and then here you are with your wings in the resurrection, the rebirth, the transformation, the renewal. And she's like golden honey dripping, like just absolutely gorgeous. And this is card number 5, and 5 is the number of change, but it is also the number of challenge. The number 5 comes with challenges, and that may be, you know, the area that you're in right now, the portion of your journey that you're in right now. It may feel challenging, it may feel, you know, pretty tough, but you can do it. Group 3, you're very powerful. Your journey may also be something where, for people on the outside looking in, you may not even realize that you are inspiring people to get on their journey or to change things that they're doing. I'm getting that your journey is mostly, this is about self. In the other groups, I kind of picked up some energy on like maybe partnering, like men and stuff like that. But for this group, I feel like this is you powering up you, and it mostly being about you. I feel like if you do end up having a partner or something like that, you're going to keep that to the background in your private life. It's not really something you're going to let others know about. Okay, group 3, you know what? I found you the definition of molting, and it says, molting is the biological process where an animal periodically sheds an outer layer, such as skin, feathers, fur, or an exoskeleton, to allow for new growth, seasonal changes, or general physical renewal. So yes, that's what I'm getting from this here. It's giving like a molting kind of energy for you to renew yourself. And I know it's a you know, this process could lead to you maybe not feeling your best, but I feel like you're definitely going to recover from this. You're in some kind of recovery, group 3. Okay? You definitely are in some kind of recovery. Group 3, I am also getting, and I don't want you to feel, I don't want to sound, you know, like insensitive or like ageist or anything like that, because I am middle-aged as well, so that's not the place where I'm coming from. But I'm going to say this, and I just don't want anyone to take it the wrong way. But I feel like this group, when you start this journey, I feel like your recovery is going to be so great that you're going to look so refreshed that you are going to appear younger than what you are. And I feel like when you are around other women of the same age group, you are going to stand out from them. You are not going to look like you are a part of your age group. I feel like you are going to look younger than your actual age group. And yeah, I just, you know, I mean, think about it. The type of work that a glow up takes, I mean, you know, I just feel like Yeah, well, of course you're going to look more refreshed and, more rejuvenated than the average person within your age group, because glow ups take a lot of work. It takes a lot of work and dedication and consistency and persistence. And the typical person isn't doing, they aren't doing these things. They don't have these kind of routines. They don't pour this much into themselves. So yeah, you're going to stand out. I think you're going to look a lot younger than your peers. But I do see you coming out of a turbulent time, Group 3. I do see you coming out of a time of just really feeling at your lowest. I feel you coming out of that with the Six of Swords here. Yeah, you're coming out of that. You're coming out of the darkness, out of the shadows. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I'm getting. Oh, Group 3, when I was meditating on your cards, I got a song that popped into my head. I'm not usually the song type, when I do my readings. I'm a new channel, so who knows? Maybe it'll start happening more. But the song At Your Best, You Are Love, came to me as I was meditating on your cards by Aaliyah. That song popped into my head. Yeah. And I kind of get a feeling it's not so much about the words of the song, but it's more so about the title of the song. At Your Best, You Are Love. And I feel like there's an energy around you that is supporting you and that wants you to be at your best. And they're reminding you to be at your best, because I think, they can see that you don't feel your best right now and that you're not at your best right now, but you want to be. And I feel like it's just a reminder that when you are on the top of your game, you are love. You at your best, you are love. And then I think at the end of the song, there's you can hear her say, "Stay at your best, baby. Stay at your best." Like she's telling the person, like reminding them to stay at their best. And I feel like this card is giving that energy. Like I feel like those are the words that will be coming from this spirit right here. If she were to be saying anything right now, I feel like that's what she would be saying to you. And you see she's putting this soothing, healing balm, this honey on you. I feel like, and her touch is so loving, her energy is so loving. I feel like those are the words right there. Stay at your best, baby, and you'll be okay. You're okay. So yeah, that song came through as I was going over your cards and just kind of like seeing what intuitively came to me. You're gonna get yourself back, Group 3. You're gonna get yourself back. And actually, I think you're gonna get yourself back with interest. You're gonna get you back with interest. You think you feel low right now? Your value is about to go all the way up. All the way up. Okay, so I think that is all that I'm getting. Hey, Group 3, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if this reading had any value for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's up. Let me support you. And if you don't want to subscribe, that is fine too. I will just see you whenever the algorithm decides to show you one of my videos again. But I want to thank you for being here, for joining me today. I want to thank you for this work that you're doing here on yourself. When you are at your best, the world can be at their best. You are like a guiding light for people by leading by example when you do this kind of work. So thank you for that. Much appreciation to you and congratulations to you, because I know you're going to see it through, and I know you're going to end up here on your throne, Group 3. So stay at your best, and I will see you in another reading. Bye bye.